What is your own unique way of life? Have you ever thought that you can have your own unique freedom of choosing the way you want to live, the way you want to live by your norms, by your thoughts, by your rules, by your own unique standards of what your life should stand for? That's great to have such a thing in yourself that you are able to change the way the surrounding is, you change the way you move, the way you take actions, the way you are able to direct your own destiny. You're able to do different things than the people say you should. You're able to do a different thing than even the God says you should. You're moving much more. If you believe in God, you may go to a way, but if you believe in yourself, you may go to a way much farther than that. That's how the God has given us privilege to choose our own unique way of life. He has given us, each of us, an input of how we should use our gifts in the way we want to. It's our own individual freedom. But do many people exercise this freedom? Have you ever seen people set up a norm or a standard for their way of life? It's most unlikely. It's very few people who set up a norm for themselves. It's like rarely you see one out of millions of people that are able to set a standard that's even their own freedom and for themselves. So why is it so rare that only the highest and the best people are able to set their standard for themselves? And maybe because they set a standard that they are so high later. How do you create a unique way of life on your own? How do you create a better unique way of your own life? How do you do it? First is for you to decide what the life should be about, what your own unique way of life should be about. Should it be about your own values, your own metaphors, what you should believe in, the goals that you should have, the way that you should live by accordingly every single day of what is in relation to your goals? What is it that you have to follow every day that's going to bring you closer to your goals, to your achievement, and to who you are supposed to be? That's gonna be much more than what people say to you, what any other person says to you in any relation in any way. So how do you get that? How do you become that person? Like, I have my own unique way of life now. I know what I believe in, what I stand for, every day what I'm going to do. And it's flexible, it's totally flexible. The plan of your life may be totally flexible. I know that what I'm going to do, but I don't know what I'm going to do in next 2 months. Maybe I change my actions in relation to achievement of my goal. I have to be flexible. I cannot be consistent. I have to be flexible for the achievement of my goals. You can't do the same things and expect the same results. But still, I know who I am from inside. I know my way of life, what I should do, what I shouldn't do. And how has that come from me? My will of life, my way of life. It's not out of magic. I've read more than 200 self-development books on knowing what is right, what is wrong, what should be learned, what shouldn't be learned, what's the right way of life. Now it's obvious that if you've read so much, if you've learned so much, it's like easy for you to understand what's the right way of life. It's like an idiot would not know of these things. If he has read 200 books, he would at least realize what's important. Any idiot would realize that. And I'm just a normal guy. I've read this, I've learned this, and I'm sharing you how you can be helped through the information that I have learned in an easy and free manner. So, how do you decide on this complex thing called way of life? First, you have to decide on your values. What do you need to believe in every single day? What is the essence, the source of your character? Second is that you need to have beliefs that come in accordance with your values. If you have a value love, for example, how do you determine that you meet that value? How is it that you really feel loved? When is it that you really feel the high peak emotion love? Like, I love, I feel it. What is it that happens for you to be able to feel that? That's a rule, right? That's a rule. You have to do something to be able to feel the emotion. That's a belief. First is to have values. Second is to have beliefs that come in accordance with your values. If you have a belief that you need to do 19 million things before feeling loved, then it's going to be tough for you to feel loved. Or you have a belief that only once in a blue moon when you achieve $1 billion, you're going to feel wealthy. That's gonna be a tough belief. If you feel that every day above the ground is a successful day, if you believe that every day above the ground is a successful, happy day, then you're gonna feel successful every day. Instead of feeling like only when I achieve this goal, I feel successful. That's two most important things. First, values, then beliefs. Third comes your own psychology of your life and your attitude towards life. Even though you have values and beliefs, what if you decide to do nothing with them? You need to consistently condition yourself to those values, to those actions that you gotta do for achievement of your goals. Correct? You may have different values: love, adventure, cheer, power, intimacy, comfort, security, whatever it may be. You have different values. You have beliefs that support that values. But now you gotta take action. You gotta decide your standards. You gotta decide what's a must, what isn't a must. What is it that you have to do no matter what, every single day? What is it that's a should? Should cut out. Must should be must. Like I must exercise every day. I must drink 12 glasses of water. That those are musts. Something that has to be happen is a must that's gonna support your goals. I must study 5 years every day. That could be anything that helps support your goals. Any action that you have to take. Standards. Minimum 4 to 5 actions are standards as necessary. But if you have a lot of standards, then it becomes impossible. Your life becomes unlivable. You cannot have a lot of standards in yourself. Have you ever thought of women, the way they have to live? It's almost impossible that the way they have to live. For example, first they have to set a standard for themselves that they have to be feminine, then they have to be girly, then they have to meet the society's expectation of them being caring, they have to be a mother, they have to support the family, they somehow independently start their own business, take care of children, take care of themselves, their own beauty, take care of so many things, be loving towards everyone. They have to do so many things on their own, cook every day, and maybe if have time exercise. They play so many roles that it becomes impossible for them to play all the roles. That's how complex a life of women is. The worst paradox is to have too many standards set on yourself and to limit yourself by taking too many actions. You have to set a minimum and maximum standard, not more than 5 to 7 actions. Because other than that, it's going to be unlivable. You're not going to be easily achieving things. So, what's the first thing? It's values. Second is belief system. Third, what I've learned is having standards. No must actions. What you gotta do no matter what to support your goals. It's important. What is the fourth thing? Metaphors. Your way of life. It's gonna support everything you think of. Literally everything that you think of is a context of global beliefs. People are, life is, just like that. Global beliefs, the beliefs that you have about the world, the generalizations you could say, like life is a picnic, life is a stage, whatever you have, people are this, people are that. That's a belief. And if you have a negative belief, it's going to affect you every day. If you have a positive belief like life is great, that's a positive belief. If you have a positive belief, then it's going to empower you. Then if you think of a negative belief, it's going to disempower you. These things affect you every day. And I've gone through in my course. If you agree to go to my course in Udemy, Love Yourself Plan, I've explained in detail. It's a 7-hour course where I've explained in one of the modules in detail how metaphors affect your life greatly. It's a course that's gonna help teenagers love themselves and find a better life. So you may go through that course. It's great value. But for now, listen. Metaphors have a great impact of in your life. I can't explain a lot in this YouTube short video, but metaphors have a great impact on your life more than you think. Fourth is metaphors. Values, beliefs, standards, metaphors. What's fifth? Is to maintain a grin on your face. Smile is more than you think it is. It's like a muscle. You change your whole your own standards for happiness through just a smile. You change your everything through a smile. If you don't smile, you'll be like this forever for the rest of your life. Even your friends would start doubting what's gonna happen to you. But if you just smile even at your haters, they're gonna have the weirdest feeling in their head. So fifth is smile. As simple as it may sound, the fifth is one of the greatest steps that you can take towards success. Don't listen from me. I have the knowledge of 200 books. I've read all of them. 200 self-development books. I've read 100 to 200 more books on fiction and all of those things. But by my record, 200 self-development books. You understand the knowledge that I've gained, right? So this is also one of the steps to success. Smile. It's important. The more you smile, the more people around you are merrier. Just the way you move your face through a smile feels better. When you speak, your voice is better when you smile. When you seem more glamorous, more happy, more fulfilled when you smile. It just seems better. So these are the 5 steps that you can use. You may note them down on your notes. Values, beliefs, standards, metaphors, and smile. The 5th step. So have all of them. These are the tools that I'm giving away for free so that you may be able to realize that success is just one video away. So take action and note them down.